So, Honorable President, Vice President, Office Bearers of Vipra Business Forum, the entrepreneurs here, present here, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, when Srikanth told me we have this business forum and you are invited as a chief guest, I was a little apprehensive, saying that what is that business forum and the business connect which is happening here. In fact, correctly he told me, first you should know everything, then only as a chief guest you will be able to know what it is. I was also wondering what is this 100 crores turnover he was talking about. I was wondering what is this only business connect is happening. How is this 100 crores is coming in picture? Now we understand how this money is getting circulated, and because of this connect, we are able to judge, how the business happens and how the money is getting, realized. That's a very good this thing. In fact, when I look at business connect, in fact, my daughter used to say, ಅಪ್ಪ ನಮ್ಮ ಪಕ್ಕದ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಲಿಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ. So such is the situation in Bangalore. 15 years back it was much better, now it is worse. I don't know who my neighbor is. Okay, and forget about that. Even my own family, I have to speak to my son over phone and ask him where he is today. Okay, so such is the situation. And that connect is not only for the business forum. You should have a connect, family connect, neighborhood connect. I think that will also be very good. Okay. So coming to this, see, when I hear everything, the business is one part. Okay, you are all having the business connect. But what happens if the business connect does not follow the regulatory aspects? Because I came, actually I wanted to tell Srikanth also, he was telling me, chief guest will tell about himself. So I will start with my thing. I started my career in government. I was an inspector in Central Excise and Customs during 90s. Then after serving for about 10 years, I moved on deputation to Directorate of Revenue Intelligence. That is where my life began with the investigation. So we have seen so many business, small business, small-time business, huge multinationals, how they do their regulatory framework, how they connect with themselves, and whether they follow the rules and regulations. And that is also very important. See, what happens, you will be doing a lot of business. On the other hand, if you forget about what is happening, the regulatory things, if you are not doing correctly, as my friend rightly pointed out, GST returns, even expenditure is liable to GST, and you have to get registered. Are we doing it correctly? Are we filing our GSTR1, GSTR3B? You will be filing GSTR1, but 3B you are not going to file. There are many cases like the GSTR1 is filed, GSTR3B is not filed. And then the GSTR 2B, 2A, that mismatches in credit, that will be it. So this is very, very important. You are very good actually. You are connecting the business well, but at the same time, just pay heed to the back end where you have all the the back end process with regard to the regulatory framework. You are able to do it correctly or not. I remember my case in a DRA investigation. I have seen very closely some of the families, even the family members also I was knowing. But what happens is, law does not know any emotions. Okay, law will only act as per whether you have followed this rule or not. If you have not followed the rules, no, he has done it genuinely, he has not applied his mind, he was having good intention, all that will not matter. Ultimately, you may be penalized. So why I am saying this is, when we see an investigation, it so happened that some of the cases where the invoice was showing some value, at the time of import, he was declaring that particular value, but in the back end, he was channelizing through Hawala. He was saying everybody in the field is doing like that, so I am also doing like that. Ultimately, when we caught him, he has to sell his house and then pay back the government dues. So it should not happen that way. Though he is a genuine person, he does not have any intention to cheat anybody. But if he is not following the regulatory framework, this is what happens. So this is also very, very important when you do the business. So that is why I am saying all business forums fine, but at the back end you have the process where you can connect with the thing and then get it correctly done. Second, one thing which I noticed during my investigations in Directorate, what has happened is, to get a credit, term loan, you have to get it from the bank. Okay, what you will do, you will only inflate the stocks and show based on this they will get the credit. And then when the regulatory authority comes, tomorrow GST audit will take place. GST, they have a physical verification of the stock. Then they will say there is a stock mismatch. You would have given an inflated figure to the bank, and then later when they come and see and you say, find there is a discrepancy, then you will say, no, I gave it only for getting the loan. Whether that will matter for you? No, definitely no. Because you will be penalized. Unfortunately, the many cases in our country, genuine businessmen suffer because they don't know the legal part. In the sense, they don't know the law, whether they have to get registered or not, whether they have to pay the taxes or not. Correctly, when he pointed out expenditure also subject to GST, how many of you know that? Nobody knows that. Actually, you should be very careful. Of course, there is a threshold limit. So once you cross the threshold limit, definitely you will have to get registered and pay the GST. So this kind of thing where the business connect is there, added with the regulatory function is very paramount. So I wish all the the entrepreneur, even I was also interested. I thought I need to give Manjunath some, because I am traveling Monday to airport. So return also, instead of giving to Uber, I can definitely give you the service, sir. So that is one part. And I was also interested in Ravi Kumar. My niece, nephew are not getting married. So many horoscopes have been matched. I am not able to get it. So definitely, I thought that is one thing where I can also give them the proposal. Whatever is the fees, whatever registration, I can definitely do it, and this can continue. It's a forum, very healthy forum. In fact, it is not the core idea of ultimate manufacturing and things like that. So many every day we have services. Some kind of services or the other we require. I did not see a priestly service, because a lot of cases what happens, ceremonies have to be conducted in the house. We are not getting the priest. I don't know whether anybody is there in the you are there. Okay, so getting the priest based on sampradayas, that is also a thing, because I belong to a Samaveda, so I require a Samaveda priest. Okay, so definitely you have to get a priest which is having, so that is also very essential. So I hope all the best to you for your future endeavors. Thank you so much.
ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಫೋರಮ್ನ ಈ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ತಮಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟ ಆದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಬೆಲ್ ಐಕನ್ನ ಒತ್ತಿ, ಲೈಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಕಾಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಮತ್ತು ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೇನೆ, ಈ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಇಷ್ಟ ಆದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಬೆಲ್ ಐಕನ್ನ ಒತ್ತಿ, ಲೈಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಕಾಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಮತ್ತು ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಫೋರಮ್ನ ಈ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ತಮಗೆ